This is the story of Hollie Tatnell, who was born into slavery and lies permanently in the middle of a residential street in Hearne, Texas. The story starts with Jose Francisco Ruiz, who was born in San Antonio de Bayer in 1783 when it was a Spanish settlement. He later became a senator of the Republic of Texas, and him and his cousin were the only native-born individuals to sign the Texas Declaration of Independence. Ruiz had received a large land grant from the Mexican government prior to Texas independence. A few years after Ruiz had passed away in 1852, Christopher Hearne and his family purchased 10,000 acres of that land to start a large cotton plantation. And the growing town was named after him and called Hearne, Texas. 7 years later, in 1859, Hollie Tatnell was born. There aren't a ton of details available about her life, but we know that she was born into slavery in the area of Hearne, Texas, and lived in this area her whole life. Now, I don't know if there were a large number of other plantations around here, but it certainly seems feasible to me that Hollie might have been born into slavery on the Hearne plantation. She lived out her life in Hearne after slavery was abolished before passing away in 1911. She was buried in the all-black cemetery, which had started as a slave cemetery initially. 38 years later, developers purchased the cemetery land and requested that the people buried there be dug up and moved to build a neighborhood. Hollie's children, Andrew and Georgia, were the only ones that refused. So the developers encased Hollie in a concrete median, built a road around her, and continued with their plans to build the neighborhood. So there lies Hollie today in the middle of a residential street, the only remaining individual from the former slave cemetery in Hearne, Texas.